Welcome back to Desert Sun Crypto. I'm your host, the Desert Sun. I've got a great one for you today. This is in regard to crypto adoption that's happening globally. Now, I've covered a number of articles that have popped out in the last 2 weeks or so, talking about the green lighting of CBDCs, primarily in countries that you would not expect, second, third world countries. Now, um, Bitcoin Magazine had an article which they're sharing chain analysis data found. Now, I will say this: the data that they've released is only a snippet. It doesn't have everything. They are going to release one in about a month. So, if you want, you can go to chain analysis and get that delivered to you, or you can tune into Desert Sun Crypto. I will certainly be diving into it as soon as I get it, and I will share it with you so you can hear my thoughts, and it'll save you the trouble of reading and trying to figure out what it is. I will do the painful process of that. So, what they did, and there's a couple things that are going to stick out. One is that they broke it down by region: Asia, Europe, Africa, South America, and North America. Two things that stuck out to me. First, being Vietnam being at the top with a score of 1, which I think is pretty bold, because India is second and at 0.37. So either there was some data that are pulling from Vietnam that the Vietnamese have just completely adopted and are kicking ass, or you've got India and every other country that is just way behind, or there's a whole number of things. But point being is that Vietnam is at the top with a score of 1. The next is that in North America, the United States was the only uh, country here in the top tier. Now, when we talk about North America, we're only talking about 3 countries. But um, either way, United States is hanging in there. Some other um, countries, uh, in the top. Afghanistan made the top 20. Russia, Ghana, Tanzania, South Africa, Philippines, Brazil, China, Thailand, Colombia, Argentina, Togo, Venezuela, Nigeria, Kenya, Ukraine, Pakistan. I already named India and Vietnam. So you can check that out, bitcoinmagazine.com. Now, going back, this was a chart that was put together prior, and this was early last year. This had Ukraine 1, Russia 2 with a score of 0.93. So there was definitely some determinants that were taken out. So to do a side by side comparison is something that I'll definitely do. One of the things that is in this new analysis that was taken out of this old analysis is the number of on chain deposits. So anybody in here that ranked high, Ukraine, Russia, oh, they were tossed, but that then bumped up Vietnam, who's on this list, but below the United States. So obviously, there's some things that happened. So kudos to Vietnam. Now, jumping over to the actual chain analysis blog site, there's a few things that I want to go over and show. You can certainly check this out yourself, but they have the list, and they've got the bold ranking of number 1 at the top. In Vietnam, falling into the on-chain value, on-chain retail, and person-to-person exchange, peer-to-peer exchange, in the top 5 in all categories, second, fourth, and third. The United States, on-chain value was fourth, on-chain third, which they were ahead of Vietnam, but we fall in the peer-to-peer exchange trade. Now, if you're thinking about it, there's a number of exchanges that aren't necessarily crypto asset exchanges, but other peer-to-peer exchanges like Venmo, Cash App that have moved toward being able to buy Bitcoin, but you have to have more users that are trading it. And right now, people just aren't paying each other in Bitcoin. Um, so that is certainly the case. Now, what I also find interesting is the United States was 109, and you had Kenya number one. Look out, Africa! Kenya is making a run for it. The other graph I'll show you is this shows the adoption model and the sum of all countries from Q3 of 2019 to the second quarter of this year, and you have almost a jump of 25. Uh, Now, this is the sum of all countries' adoption index scores, but just this jump is huge, and we see it popping up the beginning of 2021, and this rise that started um, literally right when the pandemic happened, and there's a lot can be said there. Down below, it says. Um, that our research suggests that for reasons of this increased adoption differ around the world. In emerging markets, many turn to cryptocurrency to preserve their savings in the face of currency devaluation. United States send and receive remittances and carry out business transactions, while adoption in the United States, Western Europe, and Eastern Asia over the last year has been powered largely by institutional investment. Going down to the peer-to-peer cryptocurrency platforms. Now, this is a snapshot of uh, each again region being broken down into by color. Africa, Central, Southeast Asia, Eastern Europe, Latin America, North America, and Western Europe. At the top, we have Latin America and Central and Southeast Asia. At the top, you've got this line right here that is North America. And then down below here, you've got Africa, Western Europe, and then below that, Eastern Asia and Eastern Europe. So it's really fascinating how this is broken down regionally, and thinking how and why, what might be an explanation for why you'd have Western Europe over Eastern Europe, just as you'll have Africa over Eastern Asia. It's a fascinating thing. The last one that I'll share with you is the cryptocurrency platform share of transfers by size. So the categories were large institutional, professional, large retail, and small retail. So we've got this increase of retail, small retail, that's happening in decentralized exchanges, merchant services, and peer-to-peer exchange. Obviously, small retail, that is where we're finding the small retail very high, probably sitting about 85% transfers in size in the peer-to-peer exchange, while in the professional sector, decentralized exchange, um, we've got something that's probably along the lines of 15%, looks like right there. So that's the big difference that we have there. Well, that was not the last one, I lied. The other one, last one, is the index. This is the growth in total peer-to-peer platform transaction value for United States versus China versus all other countries, July 19th through June 21st. And we have all countries out other than the United States and China way above China and the United States. Now, you'll see something interesting happen right about here, which I say is maybe springtime 2021, is this change that happens with regard to the United States just being slightly above China, but traditionally having China outperforming everyone. This goes back to July 2019, but look right in here as we get into 2020 how this starts to emerge and change, where you have this drought happen. I would say drought, but this drop with China, and a rise beginning of 2021, and then uh, fading down. So it's a complete change, reversal of positions and activities. So I think this is really interesting. I'm glad that chain analysis was able to provide it. I'm sure there's many uh, other details, graphs, and information. And like I said, I will definitely share those once I get them. That is all for the Desert Sun today. Thank you for tuning in for Desert Sun Crypto, and I'll see you back here soon. Take care.